Welcome to Elevate Charlotte. I'm Maria Vastola, and today's episode is dedicated to one of the most energizing events I've attended this year, the 2025 Florida Chamber Foundation Learners to Earners Workforce Summit. This wasn't just a conference, it was a statewide call to action. Leaders in education, business, workforce, and government came together to answer a vital question. How do we prepare Floridians of every age and background for the jobs of both today and tomorrow? One quote from the summit stood out immediately, and it's been sitting with me ever since. Talent is the new tool. It's a powerful shift in mindset. It recognizes that talent, not land, not capital, not even tech, is the single most valuable driver of a resilient economy. And communities that treat talent development as infrastructure, not a side program, will be the ones that thrive. That mindset shaped every conversation. Whether we were talking about pre-K readiness, registered apprenticeships, adult credentialing, or AI-driven skills forecasting, everything pointed back to one truth: people power our future. The summit kicked off with a big picture overview. Florida has held the #1 ranking for higher education in the nation for 9 years in a row. That's not a fluke, that's strategy, that's alignment. It's also a sign that our talent pipeline is becoming more intentional, more adaptive, and more results driven. The Lumina Foundation laid out one of the summit's most ambitious goals: that by 2040, 75% of working age Floridians should hold a credential of value. Not just any credential, but one that actually leads to employment, upward mobility, and impact. Florida is already outpacing national averages on this front, and that's something worth celebrating. But we also have gaps to close. That's why data was a big theme. The Florida Scorecard, the Post-Secondary Metrics Dashboard, the Chamber's own 2030 Blueprint, they're all tools that help us stop guessing and start targeting. Where are the workforce shortages? Which industries are growing? What are employers really looking for? The answers are there, and leaders across the state are using that intelligence to craft smarter policies and programs. One recurring topic was the critical link between early learning and workforce readiness. The panel on early childhood education made it very clear. Literacy by 3rd grade isn't just an academic goal, it's a workforce metric. Children who aren't reading on grade level by the end of 3rd grade are 4 times more likely to drop out of high school. That affects long-term economic participation, community stability, and generational outcomes. That's why we're starting early in Charlotte County too. From VPK to the workforce, we know every rung of the ladder matters, and we're working with educators, nonprofits, and local employers to make sure that ladder has no missing steps. Another powerful moment came during the discussion on childcare. The data hit hard. Working parents lose billions in wages and productivity every year due to childcare breakdowns, and 77% of parents have made career decisions based on childcare access. That's not a personal issue, it's a business one. It's an economic one. Childcare is workforce infrastructure, and several companies shared how offering on-site or subsidized care has boosted retention, increased productivity, and made them employers of choice. As someone focused on workforce attraction and development, I see this as a competitive advantage. Communities that solve for childcare will win the talent game, period. We also talked a lot about internships, apprenticeships, and employer-led training. Businesses like Miller Electric and Florida Power and Light shared how their registered apprenticeship programs are not only filling talent gaps, but becoming direct pipelines into full-time employment. It's a win-win. Students get paid, trained, and hired. Employers get workers who are already embedded in their culture. That's a model we can scale in Charlotte County, and we're already moving in that direction. We're working closely with our local technical college, FSW, and FGCU, to align curriculum with employer demand, and to make sure students graduate with skills, not just credits. The idea of stackable credentials came up again and again, whether it's an OSHA certification, an FAA license, or a CompTIA credential. Students are building a toolbox of skills that grows over time and increases their value in the job market. This approach allows more flexibility for career changers, adult learners, and students who want to work while earning. Another session that hit home was focused on middle schoolers. Yes, middle school. Because by the time students get to high school, their career aspirations are already forming. We saw a slide that said, if we wait until 12th grade, we're too late. And it's true. Exposure matters. Industry tours, mentoring, job shadowing, Those are the moments that ignite purpose, and they should be part of every district's strategy. There was also a strong focus on equity, whether we're talking about veterans, single parents, individuals with disabilities, or those who've been involved in the justice system. Everyone deserves a path forward. The summit's panel on second chance hiring showed that with the right support, these individuals not only succeed, but often become the most loyal and productive team members on staff. Behind every policy, every summit, every grant program, there's a person, a family, a future. Florida's economy is evolving. AI, automation, aging demographics, climate resilience, they're all reshaping what it means to be ready. But this summit reminded me that readiness isn't a static state. It's a mindset, a culture, a commitment to growth for individuals and for communities. Charlotte County is leaning into that. We're not just reacting to trends, we're shaping them. We're helping veterans get certified, creating mentorship networks, hosting employer roundtables, and investing in infrastructure that supports workforce growth, not just roads and fiber, but childcare and housing too. The Learners to Earners Summit reinforced one thing above all: Florida is not waiting. We are designing a workforce future that's inclusive, strategic, and collaborative. And if you're listening to this, whether you're an employer, a parent, a student, or a policymaker, know this: you are part of that future. And your actions, your ideas, your partnerships, they matter. Let's keep building. Thanks for tuning in to Elevate Charlotte. To learn more about our workforce initiatives or to get involved, visit cleared4takeoff.com. Until next time.